Tell me about your craziest lending story.
Early in my career, I had a deal that was really strange in a sense where, have you heard the 10 commandments of lending? The things not to do. All right. Well, over the 10 commandments essentially says, basically don't do anything to blow up your financing, right? Don't buy a car, don't spend all your money, X, Y, and Z. So I had a guy that was under contract to buy a property. 2 days before closing, he bought a Harley. Guess what? We couldn't close on that home. All right. And it blew up. I'm like, do you have to return this Harley, this bike? And I talked to the listing agent, and it's a monster listing agent out in the suburbs. And I'm early in my career and I'm trying to be a stand-up person. I call her. I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. Told this guy not to do this up front. He thought he can slide by, buy it. Now this deal is going to be delayed until we figure out what's going on. She lost it on me. She said, oh my God, this is crazy. You're never, ever going to be successful in this business, blah, 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 and just hung up on me. I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong at all. Long story short, that drove me so hard having those words that she said to me that I would never be successful in this business. So that pushed me to execute better, get things launched. What ended up happening with that deal that he was able to return the bike, and we just closed it was like a week and a half later, but end all be all, that was my craziest real estate story, that I told somebody not to buy a bike 2 days before closing. They did it. I got yelled at for no reason, and we did close. But
tell me why you get up in the morning and help people with lending every single day.
Because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? They say you better call Brooks. And why I get up and help people is because I get satisfaction with it. Having somebody that can talk to you about one of the biggest financial investments you're going to make in your lifetime, it is fun to me. I always tell people about financing that I have the least sexy part of the transaction. People don't like talking about financing. They want to see a property, they want to get it, but they don't want to talk about financing. So what motivates me is teaching somebody something that they didn't think about, or looking at an alternate scenario that they didn't even know about, because there's not a one size fits all when you have some type of lending, but going over options, talking to people what's going to work for them, and making sure that I'm instrumental in building that plan going forward.